Attitude is our strength. Attitude is never giving in.
Attitude makes us who we are.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball, by the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program, by Plymouth Country Club, by Mainline Diagnostic Imaging, the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, by Pico, they put their energy into helping you save energy and money, and by UPS.
We are Villanova University, passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing.
Getting in a groove. Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time?
Money?
Time and money.
Awesome.
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 I love logistics.
The design of the Ford Escape is clearly intended to grab your eye. Oh, and your foot. Huh, ain't that a kick? The Ford Escape with the foot-activated liftgate. Go open up something interesting. Go further.
Come on, man. Come on.
An energy-guzzling refrigerator can waste up to $150 a year. At Pico, we'll pick up your old fridge and pay you $50. Pico, we put our energy into helping you save energy and money.
Hello, I'm Jay Wright, and welcome to another edition of Inside Villanova Basketball. We're coming to you from the historical Palestra right here on Penn's campus in Philadelphia, and it's a great opportunity for our guys to get a taste of Philadelphia, and most importantly, a real feel for the history of Philadelphia basketball. We learned a lot about all of the great players and teams and coaches that have been here. And then, of course, to play in a sold-out Palestra with all the Penn Quaker fans in here against an outstanding Penn team is always a challenge. But it allows us to be a part of the Big Five and what Philadelphia basketball is all about.
It's a landmark, an 88-year-old building which embodies the history of Philadelphia basketball. The Palestra has been home to some of the game's great players, both local and national. And at one time, it was also the Big Five home of the Wildcats, in an era when it seemed all of the electricity from college basketball in Philly was focused on one place.
I think it was the most exciting place in the city at the time. The Palestra was where everybody would come and watch basketball. And basketball was like the greatest sport of all. And there was a lot of rivalries. There were a lot of rivalries, particularly with St. Joe and Villanova. So it was all of that and the excitement of the crowds watching us perform and trying to win those big games. It was quite an arena.
The memories of that gym is phenomenal for Philadelphia. For any arena where you play around the country, Palestra is the place. And I'd come back Over the 20 years I scout for the Miami Heat, I come back and scout and would just walk around and feel the energy and see the pictures of the old ball players that played in. It's just memories, great memories.
Great play. Exclamation point. Savvy of a veteran team.
The current team worked out at the Palestra the day before the matchup with Penn.
Good job, Dylan. Tonight. Good, no foul. Hey, now look, we got to be physical enough to take away the back cut and get over that screen. If they make that pass, that's on the guy on the ball. That's the guy on the ball is not pressuring the ball. So you should have denied, but he didn't. He fell asleep. But if you would have been loading, you would have just seen him right there. You take him, say, I got ball, then he gets your man. So you didn't see the ball. You didn't see your man. You were staring at the ball. That's why we got beat. Jay, that's something that you can do that most people can't do. So don't feel like it's too simple. You know what I'm saying? There's no people strong enough to do that. And then you elevate it over the guy. That's why you got to score in there. That's great play. Good, fake. Good, now get back. Good, now go again. Get back. Yes. Great job. Let's keep getting better. 1, 2, 3. Attitude. Good job. Good concentration.
When the work was through, it was time for a walking tour of Philadelphia's Basketball Museum.
Randy in here, Kerry Kittles. That's Coach Mass. That's Eddie Pinckney, right? Dwayne McClain, the guy that is on the far right, and Gary McClain. That's Howard Porter. That's Coach Kraft, who just passed away, right? We have JK on our shirts. This guy, Jimmy Washington in Atlanta, he was a great pro too for Atlanta Hawks. He stays in touch, but we don't get to see him a lot. Hubie White's in Philadelphia, he comes around a lot. He was a great player.
You know, these guys, they never remembered the old school Big Five battles and rivalries that, you know, that I grew up on, watching games at the Palestra and watching, you know, guys like Kerry Kittles play against, you know, the great Temple teams and the great LaSalle teams and the great teams that Penn and St. Joe's had in the past. When we get a chance to go back down to the Palestra and play Penn, it's just good for those guys to get a look around and the history and the tradition of playing Big Five games in the Palestra.
That's why we do the streamers. It started here. If you made it to the district final, like now those games are at Villanova, they used to be here. So the big thing in Philadelphia was get to the Palestra. It was like, that's what we used to all say at the beginning of the season, let's get to the Palestra.
Ultimately, it was about the game. That night, the Wildcats were seeking a perfect Big Five and non-conference record for the season.
You walk in there and, you know, it doesn't look like much, it's old school, but then, you know, once you're 10 minutes before the game and the crowd starts to come in, you always feel that buzz in the arena. You know, the people are right there on top of you. You make a big shot, the crowd goes wild. It's a great place to play.
Pat's working around the perimeter. Arcidiacono, right wing, swish on the 17-footer. Ochefu starting to back down, spins, turns, off the glass, counted, and he's fouled.
When this ball comes middle, we want to flood those corners. This guy's facing up. Look, that forward's going under the rim right here. We're looking under the rim, and the guard up top can go on either side of him to give him a pass.
Hilliard trying to go to Ochefu with the low blocks, finds a cutting Ennis for the easy left-handed layup. Ochefu off the dish from Ennis. The Wildcats have won a Big Five championship tonight at the storied Palestra in Philadelphia and finished with a perfect 13-0 record in their non-conference play, and now 17-1 on the season as Villanova wins it 62-47.
If you're planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
Today, a doctor sees an MRI of a traumatic sports injury, a mammogram of tiny tumors, a CT scan of blocked blood vessels. MDI is the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, and we provide answers. From mammography with computer-aided detection to the most advanced open and high-field MRI. Our board-certified radiologists and supportive staff provide unsurpassed patient-focused care. MDI, Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging.
If you're a Delaware Valley golfer looking for the perfect place to call home, come take a look at Plymouth Country Club, located minutes west of Center City, Philadelphia, in beautiful Plymouth Meeting. This superior design will challenge your game and soothe your spirit. The clubhouse includes banquet facilities for up to 300, the perfect location for your wedding or special event. Plymouth Country Club offers a private club experience at a daily fee price, with membership starting at just $260 a month. Call or visit us on the web before this special offer disappears.
We are Villanova University, passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Sweat equity is defined as an individual's ownership, created by hard work. Villanova sophomore Chris Jenkins owns his place on this year's team, and that's because of the time and effort he needed to put in to lose 40 pounds on the way to becoming stronger, quicker, and ultimately a more complete basketball player than the one who arrived on the main line last year as a freshman.
Not the easiest start, coming in, he had to lose a lot of weight. They expected certain things of him, and he met those expectations with time. I think his approach to things, I guess is the best way to put it, has just changed completely in the last year. It really happened for him over the summer. I really started to see it over the summer.
It was one of the hardest things I had to do, change my diet, change the things that I drink, not go out as much, just focus on the little things that I was doing, work out more, things of that nature. So it was pretty tough, but got adjusted to it fast. Coach Shaq and the guys, the coaches, they were great with their encouragement. And, it's just something that I will continue to do even after basketball. It's definitely a life decision and a life goal to want to work out and stay in great shape and keep my weight down, to the point where I'm not having health issues. It's definitely a big-time life goal.
The goal for this year? Simply to become a better basketball player and make himself a more valuable member of the team.
Just getting better at defense and rebounding, trying to improve in any way that I can, just so that, when my name is called, I'm just able to help the team out and help us win.
Physically being able to defend multiple positions, pursuing rebounds, not just boxing out your man, just get him more active. And I think he's really embraced it. I think he's gotten better at it since the day he stepped here. In terms of just pure development and just kind of taking the coaching and the instruction, Chris has really made some strides. And again, we're just excited to see where he goes.
Being coachable is something Jenkins has a lot of practice with. His mom, Felicia, is a longtime women's basketball coach who didn't always have the most willing pupil when she got home.
Well, I think it was kind of tough on her at times because we would clash, because I'm just as competitive as she is. So when she's getting on me, I'm like, no, I'm doing it right. I'm doing what you tell me to do. So when you're that young, you just want to do everything that your mom tells you to do. And sometimes you tend to disagree when she's your coach.
But isn't mom always right?
Always. And she lets me know that still to this day, she's always right. She's going to text me about this show right here when I'm finished and tell me the things that I need to do to get better at things like this. My parents did a great job with making me work on my shot almost every day and keeping it consistent, whereas I wasn't able to shoot three-pointers until about the 8th or 9th grade. So they made sure that everything was solid and I was fundamentally sound. So by the time I got to high school, I knew that I was a pretty good shooter. It's just so ingrained. 1-2 step, right foot a little bit in front of the left, each and every time.
Jenkins, open three, left wing. You know it's good. He can really shoot that ball.
And this year, he can do a lot of other things as well.
Chris can fill it up. Chris can score, just flat out score, and, any way you could think of, jumpers, fadeaways, getting in the lane.
Shot blocked by Jenkins with 2 on the shot clock. Jenkins down court to Arcidiacono, back to Jenkins. Left-handed reverse layup, counted for Jenkins. Now Jenkins, good look at a 3. He buries it from the left corner, and the Cats lead by 13. You gotta love it.
His teammates are loving it too, watching a player and a person mature right in front of their eyes.
This year you see him getting a lot more time. The amount that he's grown and is just so much, and it's been an honor to kind of see that growth.
Chris is a lot more mature this year, has a better understanding of, I guess, the intangibles, you would say. Just some things outside of, making plays and hitting shots and things like that. Just certain things that come behind the scenes,
No one would know that better than Jenkins' 2 fellow sophomores.
They're just great guys and easy to get along with. They understand me, they understand the things that I've been through, and we just understand each other. We still help each other till this day, each and every day, just trying to make each other better. It's just a great feeling to have when you have 2 other guys that came in with you. They go through the same things that you go through. Y'all just go through them together. It makes you closer.
Until it's time to face off on the floor. Then it's game on.
Whenever we're not on the same team, competing, we want to beat them. That way when we leave, when we're buddies, we're all together, we just let each other know, I beat you guys today.
Perhaps the biggest lesson Chris has learned is, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
You get more comfortable, you learn how to pick your spots, you feel the guys out more, and it's easier. It's not easy, it's just easier.
Chris Jenkins has a lot of work to do, but what's exciting for our staff is he's fired up about it. He's already one of the best shooters in the country and really a guy on our team that we count on. But he wants to get better defensively. He wants to get better all around for his teammates. And that's a guy that I think is going to be a leader for Villanova in the future.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing. Getting in a groove. Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time?
Money?
Time and money.
Awesome.
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 Awesome. Awesome. I love logistics.
Amazing.
The rush of driving a Mustang. Felt like never before.
I could happily probably cry right now.
Wow. That's insane.
It makes you feel like,
wow. That is amazing.
Introducing the all-new Ford Mustang. Experience more online now.
Come on.
An energy-guzzling refrigerator can waste up to $150 a year. At Pico, we'll pick up your old fridge and pay you $50. Pico, we put our energy into helping you save energy and money.
If you're planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
No one thought we could do it, but I did, and so did they.
His, animations on the sideline, we fed off it. We would sometimes look at each other and laugh and just say, what's kind of going on here? The famous speech at the halftime of the North Carolina game.
When Rolly Massimino told his team at halftime, with a Final Four trip on the line, that all he really wanted was a big bowl of pasta and clam sauce.
And we looked at him like, pasta with clam sauce? What is he, crazy?
I looked around, and I probably looked around far more than anybody else.
I thought he was absolutely crazy. I mean, what does pasta have to do with this heat of this battle against the University of North Carolina?
The guys were nervous because North Carolina has done it to them before, knocked them out of the Elite Eight. I think they just had that in their head. And a lot of times until you get it out of your head, it's going to stay with you and it's going to eat you and it's going to keep you paralyzed from what you are capable of doing.
What it did was, it just made us all relax. It was like a pin that just popped the bubble and you could see the air and the pressure just relieving itself. And he's just a guy, just play basketball.
There was always something to sort of take the edge away. And you'd say to yourself, like, where's he coming from? And you kind of laugh depending on where you were in the game. And then you just go out and, you were calm. He had a great knack for that. It was just really good.
Today, a doctor sees an MRI of a traumatic sports injury, a mammogram of tiny tumors, a CT scan of blocked blood vessels. MDI is the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, and we provide answers. From mammography with computer-aided detection to the most advanced open and high-field MRI. Our board-certified radiologists and supportive staff provide unsurpassed patient-focused care. MDI, Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging.
We are Villanova University, passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing. Getting in a groove. Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time? Money?
Time and money.
Awesome.
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 Awesome. Awesome. I love logistics.
Our radio shows a unique experience. On the air, you can learn a lot from the players who are guests and former players, coaches. But in J.D. McGillicuddy's 10 nights a year, you can meet everybody, have a lot of fun, talk trivia, great food. The radio show is a great experience for a Villanova basketball fan.
This episode of Talking Villanova Basketball featured two leaders with a lot to say about how they got here.
Let's welcome him. He's become quite a star. He's got his own commercial now. JVP, Javon Pinkston. How are you, buddy?
How you doing?
Tell everybody about the development of your game. Like, you came in, everybody knew you can score, but tell them things that you've added to your game that you understand about the game now.
Just being solid on offense, becoming a great defensive player, making better decisions, when to drive, when not to drive, when to pass, when to go to look to score.
We're not done with that, right?
No,
we'll keep working on that till the last day.
Still got work.
We'll keep working on that. No, you're in a good spot, but we're not stopping. You're going to keep getting better. Do you now have the confidence that you can guard anybody on the perimeter?
I had the confidence before. It was just me putting my mind to it. When I first got in, I was really out of shape.
Now I'm in better shape, so I'm doing a better job on defense.
Do you take pride in being that kind of complete player now?
Yes, I do, but I'm still a work in progress, so just can't get complacent. Just got to keep working.
I like that, man. That's good. That's music to my ears. We're proud of you for graduation. You're going to be back on the show again. You're not done with this. We're proud of your personal development, and we're proud of your basketball. Darren Hilliard, everybody. Bethlehem Steel. To quote. So now you're senior. Can you believe it? You're a senior?
I was just talking to my mom 2 days ago about it. Like it's almost over. Who would have thought?
Halfway through your senior year, my man.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, but also you kind of look back like where did it all go?
You were so easy. Yeah. I mean, like we just expected you to come in, be a good player, get your degree, be coachable, be a good kid. You just did it all. Sometimes those guys get the least amount of attention. Does that bother you at all?
Nah, it's all good. It doesn't matter who gets the credit, just as long as we get it done. So.
Well, I think both of you as seniors are going to go down as two of our great leaders. I don't know if you guys were at practice yet, but did you get the text I sent you guys from James Bell today?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Right? He's all the way over there, and he's still watching us and following us. It's pretty cool that we're making him proud. So it's a great honor.
You and Javon especially had a great relationship with him, and he really set the tone for you guys how to be leaders, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, even before Taj, it was Moof. Moof basically brought it back, and he started it, trickled down to Taj, and it was only fitting that me and Javon followed their lead, and we're just going to try to do the same thing with Daniel and Arch, and then Daniel and Arch do the same thing with Chris, Josh, and Darryl, and that's just how it goes.
What would you say you learned from Moof in terms of being a leader?
He just taught me it doesn't matter what happens today. You can control what happens tomorrow. So
that's awesome. And what about James Bell? What did you learn from James Bell?
Well, Taj was always a leader to me. Even when I was a freshman, he was a sophomore. He was always the one was like, coach is just basically trying to tell you this. Don't worry about it. Get back on the next play. He was always the one who kind of took me under his wing. And in his senior year, he was just amazing. I mean, of course, he did all the special things on the court, but when he was off the court, how he handled himself with adversity, and he was the one who really opened my eyes on becoming a man and not just being a kid from Bethlehem no more.
That's interesting stuff. Well, you're doing the same thing for the guys that follow you, and we're going to be talking about you next year the same way and what you learned from Darren Hilliard, because you're doing a great job as a leader, and obviously on the court everybody sees that, but off the court you and JP are leading this team in a way that hasn't been done in a long time, man. You're doing a great job. Let's keep it up.
Thanks, Coach.
It's a great experience for our guys to be on the air and be interviewed, and it's fun for me, and I learn a lot. As the coach, it's good to hear that Darren and Javon have learned so much about leadership from the guys that came before him. It makes me proud. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Inside Villanova Basketball. Until next week, I'm Jay Wright. Go Cats.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball, by the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program, by Plymouth Country Club, by Mainline Diagnostic Imaging, the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, by Pico, they put their energy into helping you save energy and money, and by UPS.